Heading into the 2025 NFL Draft, Shedeur Sanders was seen by many as one of the top quarterbacks available. Some scouts even had him ranked second best, only behind Cam Ward. Others said he was a first-round lock. But 32 picks later, Shedeur's phone never rang. Meanwhile, Cam Ward, who he was often compared against, was selected first overall by the Tennessee Titans. Ward transferred to Miami for his final season and shined. He threw for over 4,300 yards, 39 touchdowns, and led Miami to a 10-3 record, which is their best season since 2008. Ward was easily the number 1 overall pick. He has the arm talent and mobility and is a great leader. A team where many people expected Shedeur to go was the Pittsburgh Steelers, who desperately needs a quarterback. After losing Russ to the Giants and Justin Fields to the Jets, Shedeur seemed like an easy lock, but yet they passed on Shedeur too. The Steelers' quarterback room is Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Skylar Thompson. This tells me that Aaron Rodgers is probably a Pittsburgh Steeler, because that's the only option I can see. Otherwise, it makes no sense not to take a chance on Shedeur. The next quarterback to go was Jackson Dart, a quarterback out of Ole Miss. The Giants selected him as the 25th pick. He had a pretty good season. He passed for over 4,200 yards and 29 touchdowns. He probably fits the New York Giants more than Shedeur, so I'm not too mad at it. But Shedeur being in New York probably would have made them a lot of money. Now let's be clear, I'm pretty confident teams don't question Shedeur's ability to perform on the field, because he was putting up good numbers at Colorado. This past season, he had over 4,100 yards passing, 37 touchdowns, and just 10 interceptions, and the highest completion percentage in college football. He also won the Johnny Unitas Golden Award and was named the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. He played behind one of the worst offensive lines in college football while taking 56 sacks, but he still delivered at an elite level. But don't get me wrong now, there were times he held on to the ball a little too long. But how many quarterbacks could survive that kind of pressure? Well, here's where things started to get a little questionable. The Saints had the 40th pick and selected Tyler Shaw. After transferring to Louisville, he had a bounce-back year. He threw for over 3,000 yards and 23 touchdowns. A solid season, no doubt. But I'm sorry, you're telling me a guy who has been in college for 6 years only has one season with over 3,000 yards passing, which came in his 6th season by the way, is better than Shedeur? I mean, come on now, what are we doing here? I mean, the guy was playing college football in Donald Trump's first term of being the president, and he turns 26 in a couple of months. And then you have Jalen Milroe, who was selected in the 3rd round by the Seattle Seahawks. He was one of the most exciting athletes in the country, a good runner with a huge arm, but he's very inconsistent as a pure passer and a decision maker. But you don't know what Milroe you're getting on a daily basis. Is it the one who beat Georgia and passed for 371 yards, or the Milroe who completed 42% of his passes against Oklahoma? Milroe's potential is endless, and maybe the Seahawks can unlock it. Next is Dillon Gabriel, whom the Browns selected in the 3rd round. Gabriel was a Heisman finalist and has had a solid career. He's passed for over 3,000 yards in 5 seasons, but he's another old quarterback, and he's a bit undersized, standing at 6 foot and 200 pounds, and he's probably going to end up being a backup for his career. But there's no way you're telling me Milroe, Tyler Shaw, and Dillon Gabriel is better than Shedeur. Eventually, Shedeur was picked up by the Browns in the 5th round. I don't really understand the thought process behind Cleveland, but hey, at least he didn't get undrafted. Cleveland now has a quarterback room of Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Shedeur. With Deshaun Watson missing this upcoming season with a torn Achilles, this job is wide open. Shedeur has all the tools to be QB2 or even QB1 for the Browns this upcoming season. But how did a potential 1st round pick end up being selected in the 5th round? We've never seen anything like this before. Is it the flashy image, the cars, the jewelry, or the fact his competition is considered weak? Or are NFL teams trying to avoid another headache with Shedeur Sanders? There were reports from a GM that Shedeur had one of the worst interviews he's ever seen, and that could be a reason as to why he slid so far. But we've seen something similar happen. Remember how Lamar Jackson was treated? And now he's a 2-time MVP and one of the best players in the NFL. It doesn't matter where you get drafted, as we've seen with Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, and the GOAT himself, Tom Brady. Shedeur has a huge chip on his shoulder, and I fully expect him to make all the teams that passed on him regret it. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing.